This is one of the better Super Bowl matchups in history for a few reasons. Number one, these are two great traditional franchises. The Steelers own 6 Super Bowls. They're the only team that's won 6. And the Packers won the first 2 and have won 3. And before the Super Bowl, the Packers were the dominant team of the 1960s. So that adds some intrigue to this game. What's even juicier, maybe, is the fact that these two teams are so powerful defensively. We could see one of those games where you have guys like James Harrison and Troy Polamalu on one side, Clay Matthews and Charles Woodson on the other side, having a huge impact on the game, even against pretty good offenses. And then the third thing that a lot of people are going to be looking for is how well the two quarterbacks play. Ben Roethlisberger has been through this enough times, having won 2 Super Bowls, although he didn't play very well in his first appearance in a Super Bowl in 2006. And this is the first one for Aaron Rodgers. Not only is it the first one of the Super Bowls for Rodgers, but he'd never really done very much in the playoffs before. He'd only been in one other playoff game before this year's great run by the Packers, winning 3 road games to get here. Both the Packers and the Steelers should feel comfortable here in Dallas the way the weather has been for most of the week. A lot of snow, a lot of ice. But the funny thing is, back in Green Bay and back in Pittsburgh, the weather's been a little bit better. So maybe we're getting a cold weather Super Bowl, and we have 2 cold weather teams in it. That's fitting. What may not be fitting for the Steelers is that they could be without their top rookie center, Maurkice Pouncey, who has a bad left ankle. If he can't play, that could really change the dynamics of an offensive front that must deal with a guy like B.J. Raji in the middle of the Packers' defense. Raji could overmatch the substitute for Pouncey, Doug Legursky. So that's a key matchup to watch for. And another thing that is of interest this week has been which team will have more fans here, because Dallas is so far from both places. Both of these teams have national followings. Both of these teams have fans who travel very well, although the weather hasn't really allowed for that this week. I think we're going to see a lot of cheeseheads and a lot of terrible towels in that stadium. What we won't see is too many Dallas Cowboys hats. One area where the Steelers may have a big edge is in the running game. Rashard Mendenhall, a very powerful back who's shown some speed, especially against the Jets in the AFC Championship game, is a better player overall than James Starks of Green Bay. Starks has only started to come into his own during the playoffs. Mendenhall has been a real cog for 2 years now with the Steelers. That could be an edge that the Steelers can exploit. Also on defense, one of the things that the Steelers might be able to do is make a few more big plays than we might see out of Green Bay. But still, I have a feeling that this is Green Bay's year. You see the Packers winning these 3 games on the road. I think they actually are the best team in the NFC. They were ravaged by injuries for much of the year. They've overcome that. They're very well coached, so the Steelers, of course. I see this game 23-21 for the Packers.